All right, guys, welcome back. What we're going to tie today, this is a blue wing olive. It's going to be a dry fly. I've already started time for the dry season for a trip over to Virginia. I'm going to be fishing on the Big Tumbling Creek over there in Saltville. I recommend you guys go over there and check it out. If you do, make sure you stop by the Rainbow Campground. It's a great place to stay. See Christy and Kevin Bailey over there. They'll take care of you. The best part about it is they got camping for tents all the way through trailers. They got full hookups. Plus, you can walk right across the street and step off into the water and do some good fishing. What we got going on here today, this fly can be tied in a 16 through a 22. Normally, I'll tie this on a 20. I like a 20. What we got in the vise today, this is a Mustad size 16. It's a standard wire, standard length. I'm tying on 16 today just to help it show up a little bit better on camera. For the wings on this, we're going to be using CDC in Dun. For the body, we got Wapsi Blue Wing Olive, super fine, super duper fine. It's a dry fly, you want to keep it on top of the water. For the tailing material, we got Dun microfibbits. These can be substituted for Dun dry fly hackle, which is what we'll be using for the wing. All right, let's get started. We're gonna come in, a couple hook eyes back, catch it in. Normally you'd advance this all the way down. In other flies, we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna take these Dun feathers, make sure we get the cup sides together. We're gonna tie those in right on the top. Nice pinch and loop, make sure your materials aren't moving. Don't wanna tighten that down just yet because we're gonna slide it through. I'm gonna get it down pretty close to where it's gonna go. And then we're going to fold everything to the back, take a couple turns in the front. That's going to let that stand up just like that. We're going to come in, clean this out, cut it kind of on an angle. That way your thread will work with you on the way down. Speaking of thread, what I'm using today, this is olive in 8/0. It's a good thread for this. All right, we're going to come in with our tailing materials. If you're using these fibbits, I usually cut off about 4. That way we can fork them out. You don't want too many on this. The tails are kind of sparse on this fly. Tail of it's going to be roughly the length of the hook shank. And come in, pinch and loop, keeping all your materials on the top. Nice tight turn. Not too many, just 1 or 2. And this will let you adjust those on top of that hook. And once you get them where you like them, those are still a little long for me. I'm gonna come in, take a wrap underneath. That'll do 2 things. It'll help secure those in, and it'll also splay those tail feathers out for you. We don't need this anymore. We're gonna come in and clean it out. Now, when you dub this fly, you don't want the dubbing extra thick. These are real thin flies. Really productive flies too. That's how I found the Big Tumbling. Was I was talking with Christy, and she said, "Hey, we got a great creek over here. It's got awesome fishing. You should come visit." Did a little research, and turns out it's really good fishing. So I believe I will go over there. Plan on staying there at the campground while I'm there too. Might start shooting some actual fishing videos. We're going to advance this stuff up to the back side of where we put our wings in. Now we're going to come in with our dry fly hackle here. We're going to catch that in, a couple quick turns. Now before you advance this forward, 2 things. We'll come in, clean out that stem of that feather because you don't want it up there. There we go. Won't worry about those. We're going to clean those out too. And then you're going to put a little bit of dubbing on. This is going to help cover up coming through the thorax. Just a little bit, just to get you to the front. Couple turns. Back and then the front. Just like that. Now you still got room up here to tie your head in. You want to leave plenty of room up there. Now you don't have to go crazy with this when you wrap the thorax. just a couple turns in the back. I usually don't put in much more than 3 or 4 turns. I think that's enough for this fly. Come in, catch that in. Sometimes you'll have those feathers poking out to the front, but we're gonna fix that. Most of your tying tools are hollow. Like I've shown you guys before, we're gonna come in, take a couple of quick half hitches and push that all back to where we tied in, or where we stopped that body material. A little lump there. There it goes. Now before you tie it off, if you want to, always do, I'm gonna dub a little bit more there on the head. That way it'll cover up and protect where I trim that feather out. You don't have to do this. If you want to leave that extra opening right there, you surely can. It's your fly. You've heard me say it before. Your fly, you got to fish it. And that's just the way I like to do it. Come in, tidy up the head, a couple half hitches in there. Clean it out. Add your head cement to it. Now, this is something people don't agree with me on. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I usually don't add head cement on my dry flies because I'm trying to keep them as light as possible. That way they ride in the water as long as possible. Now we're going to come in with these extras. We're going to kind of clean them up a little bit. Just like that. If you want this fly to ride a little bit lower in the water, come in straight across the bottom and clip those off. That'll let that fly sit down in that surface film a little bit lower. Hopefully you guys enjoy this fly. Tie you up some, they're really good. Even in the colder months when the sun comes out and it warms up a little bit, you're gonna want to tie them a little bit smaller. Don't forget to go over and check out Christy and Kevin Bailey over at Rainbow Campground. I'm gonna leave a link to their campground in the description below. Give them a look if you're over in the Virginia side of the country. Go over there, spend the weekend, do some camping, do some great fishing. Like, share, and subscribe. Go check us out over on Facebook at Splash Chunk Flies. And until next time, tight lines.